Hey, what's going on, guys? Magikins here. An important bug alert on this video. So we're gonna be fixing the duplication of the principal variation search involving in the source code of Bitboard chess engine in C. So another proof of the idea that copy pasting is bad, but as far as this is my very first experience on implementing, on still in this complicated advanced search optimization technique, it's actually quite pretty predictable. But anyway, before we start fixing this particular bug, I just want to give a couple of credits. So the first credit to give to Harald. Harald, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name correctly, so I won't even be trying doing this. So Harald provided a really awesome explanation of alpha beta search algorithm in general. So really lots of cool insights in this commentary. So please make sure to read the commentaries below this implementing principal variation search down below by Harald. So this is incredibly incredibly insightful information to find here. So he has explained the idea of open and closed alpha beta windows, which was incredibly helpful for me to get a better understanding of what's going on here. So if one day I would kind of feel that I understand this good enough, probably I will make some separate video on alpha beta theory. And another credit, also it's incredibly difficult to over-evaluate the impact of this particular commentary. So Pedro Castro Elgarresta, I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce your name wrong. So Pedro pointed out kindly that he's very polite. He says probably I have perhaps partly duplicated, but actually it's completely duplicated there. So the idea is that the code that regards to late move reduction that I've taken from Tord Romstad's site, where he was describing how it works in his engine Glauron, actually did already contain the principal variation search implementation inside. And when I was kind of reusing that code, I was really thinking hold on a sec, it seems like we've been doing this already. But I was thinking maybe that's just some or some over safety measure or something like that. So anyway, first let's actually open the terminal, compile and run the code, and see the number of nodes that we're getting now with this bug. So make the bug, and if you compile, someone run the BBC binary executable, and it would be for about 700 thousandths plus of the nodes. And the number of nodes reduced after this bug would be fixed is really dramatic. So let's go to where our late move reduction is available, and here is the trick basically. So I am doing the late move reduction within this else clause after completing the principal variation search. And the problem is that actually this implementation of late move reduction also does implement this principal variation search just right over in here. So this is just a duplication. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of this part, and we need to make this kind of main code from this if statement and comes to here. But before this, I just want to copy the commentaries because they really fit here. So just put this commentary right here, because this commentary from Bruce Moreland's site are really valuable. Copy. So yeah, let's make it here. Okay, and actually this one. Okay, and now we can, well, even probably just to give a slightly better layout, okay, so this regards the commentaries, and yeah, and now I want to get rid of this here, and hold on a sec, just to make sure where this else clause finishes. Okay. Okay, so I will now run this, so hopefully I did everything correctly, and then we'll need to get rid of the found PV variable that we don't really need to take into account anymore. So let's compile and run and see this dramatic change after. So you see, like, we only have 400 thousandths compared to this 700,000. So this is really dramatic improvement here. And like, Pedro, thank you so much for kindly pointing this bug out, because I'm kind of too inexperienced to realize this myself. So with your explanations that you gave me in the commentaries, this really makes perfect sense. So also feel free to read these commentaries for more details, but I don't know, I don't even know how to explain this. Just the principal variation search is now here. So let's just say just PVS here and principal variation search. Okay, so this is kind of it. Okay, and also just to make a little bit more cleanup, so I just want to find all the occurrences of this found PV variable, which we don't really need anymore. And yeah, this is it. So yeah, this is it. So I think, guys, the results are really talking for themselves. So the only thing that I can do is probably just to read this commentary to you. So it says, like, in the video you make PVS following Bruce Moreland's algorithm is correct. Yeah, this was correct, but you use a variable called found PV to know. So here he describes what is actually available there, and then instead of using the variable found PV, it's possible to use the variable move search with a practically similar result. So if move search equals to 0, then go for a full search, else go to the reduced search. So this is exactly what is happening, like, in our source code. So if the move searched, so if it didn't, so if it's kind of the first 4 moves within our search, then or no, it's not even like if, it's the first 4 moves. So just to make sure that the very first move is actually searched in the full depth, and then we got this condition to consider late move reduction or not to consider. So actually move search should be greater or equals than the full depth. So most likely this is about to be executed the first 4 moves, at least to my understanding. And what else? In your program you have mixed process method, and within the else section, so the else section that we'll just, so this this is the else section that we made just a standalone one, and in else section you have re-entered the code corresponding to MRL. I guess this is move reduction late, like late move reduction. I think this is the same, and PVS of Tord. You should have removed the found PV part of Bruce, and everything that hangs on the else put it on its heap. Just what I've done now. I don't know if I explained myself. You did explain yourself perfectly well, Pedro. Thank you very much. This is incredible help from you, and I really appreciate you so much. So that's kind of it. So actually, the right way of combining the late move reduction and the principal variation search is as it's done within the Tord's code. So if we just have the score greater than alpha after the late move reduction, then in this case we just go in for this almost closed window search when, let's say, alpha is score like 25 and beta is score like 26, and only in case if the value here would be like 25 alpha and 26 beta, and let's say the value would be 27. In this case we hit this condition and then we research this sort of stuff again. Otherwise we have the beta cutoff, either the beta cutoff if the score exceeds if the score is greater or equals than beta, or otherwise it's just a fail move. So well, actually useless, pointless and useless move, because alpha is not getting increased, and the move is actually proved to be bad. So like what we actually want to do within our principal variation series. So that's kind of it. Okay guys, so yeah, I'm really sorry for making such a dumb mistakes here, but again, I just want to to say, I just want to say this one more time, that I'm not ever about to claim myself to be a professional. I'm pretty noob and dumb, especially in regards to search algorithms, so I'm just learning myself, and I'm extremely happy to have such a valuable help from you guys providing me that help in the commentaries. This is really so great, and for some reason when I'm asking questions on Talk Chess and getting some answers, I can't understand them mostly, and this like hints like in these commentaries are very well written and easy to understand, well, at least to me. So that's kind of it. So now a few words regarding the further steps within this engine. I've decided to take a decision of not wasting your and my own time on implementing the boring timing related code, and as far as reusing everything that goes to UCI protocol, so all these commands, all this UCI loop, this parse go and parse position. So even though I did a video where I was typing this parse position in the UCI loop, they all are taken from Wise by Blue Fever software, and if I didn't yet mention this, that I do mention this now. This is the code for it from Wise Chess Engine by Blue Fever software. But by the way, his name is Richard Olbert. Those of you who don't know his name, and we just so I think like the best way to save the time would be to I've already written the code that actually handles the timing based on how it's implemented in Wise. I just need to clean up that code a little bit and then embed this into the main branch, and then just make a short video covering the updates. There would be for about 3 functions, a couple of functions to handle the input from the GUI during the search, and a little checkup function to actually be able to hook the search from a deep depth to come out and to stop and to return the result. That's kind of it. So I would rather quickly walk over the implementation, and I don't really want to duplicate those videos that are already made by Blue Fever software in a much better quality compared to what I can provide. So, and as far as I'm reusing the code, I'm not gonna be kind of playing like like as if this is my own code. So I'll probably just give you an idea how did I embed that, and then you'll be able just to download that version, and from that point we will go further on. I'm not exactly sure at the moment how exactly we're supposed to be approaching. I still can't take a decision whether the transposition table is going to be the part of the very first release or not. Well, actually it has to be. It would be kind of more right way of doing things, and well, probably this would be, but again, like, you know, it's all the matter of how deeply you're going into the topic, and as far as I didn't yet implement transposition tables on my own, I would be reusing Bruce Moreland's approach, because there is a very nice explanation of beginners level transposition table on Bruce Moreland's site. So I would rather go that way, because, you know, like, I believe that one can make for about 50 plus videos only on transposition tables and details that regards to this topic, because it's really complicated and a very wide topic. The range of the topic is really wide. You can there are really so many things, so many tiny little details within a transposition table. So I think we'll go just for implementing the very basic version of it, and then as far as I will learn something about this, we're gonna be improving. So I would better focus on the topics that I really do understand, and I've taken a decision to write a code during the video only in the case when the code is actually mine, and in case if I'm reusing someone else's code, I would be just either doing in the format like the previous few videos, like I'm just showing like how I'm taking the code from the open source, how am I embedding this into my own engine and tuning it, and that's kind of it. And on the other hand, like when I would be reusing the code from Blue Fever software to handle timing, this is done once and forever, and we're not ever going to be getting back to it. So I also can't see much sense in doing that job of making a tutorial on where you can just reference Blue Fever's videos where he did this and this is his code, and that's just much better to learn from the original rather than from the noob's copy, like in this case. So what I want to emphasize is actually like some design decisions regarding chess engines and some, I don't know how to call this, to be honest, but probably I will make a separate video on this topic one day. Not really that sure. Okay guys, so anyway, thanks for watching. Again, great credits to Harald and Pedro for kindly pointing me out the mistakes. I really appreciate that. Can't over-evaluate that help. So hope to see you in the next video, and starting from the next video, hopefully BBC would already be capable of playing different time controls. So then we can go straight ahead for improving its strength, which is my main scope of tutorials, basically, just to show these modules, these bricks that engine is built out of to improve its strength. So that's kind of it. Okay guys, so this is it from my side. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next series, in the next videos within this series. Until that time, and take care.